What it is, world? Here we are again, man. The Waynemart experience, man. I am the one, the only almighty PK, Wayne Phillips, man. The man to my right. Took him a minute to get here, but he here. So we finna do this. Black activist. I would call him a rapper, but that'd be doing him a disservice, man. He's an artist. Black activist. Should be a politician, but he's against that for some reason. We're going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Revolutionary. It's a lot of things he qualifies as, man. But the one, the only, I'm not going to say his real name, man. Dubb O, man. What's going on with you, man?
What it is, though. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you coming, man. I truly do, man. I appreciate you sitting down with me, man. I'm going to be real, bro. We talk all the time, but you know what I'm saying? It's actually a little different actually having to interview you. You know what I'm saying? So let's I know you we gonna speak as far as the artistry goes, the activism, your philanthropy. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of things to cover. So I'm just trying to figure out where to, you know what I'm saying, where to start. Matter of fact, I know exactly where to start, man. Dubb, you from the city, man, and as a proud Northside St. Louis and myself, man, what side of the city are you from?
I'm from the Pack, so a Fallon Park area. Everybody know the block I represent, 44 Bud. I was born and raised North City, St. Louis. My mother has always been a city baby. Our roots are established in the Pack, but I've lived in Baden, Walnut Park. I've lived all around the North Side. But, you know, I'm from the 44 Bud.
Yeah, likewise. So that being said, man, this is my thing, bro. We've had, as I was sitting up here prepping for this interview, I had to think to myself, we've had a lot of run-ins before we were actually aware of who we were.
For sure.
But no bullshit. I don't know if you remember this or not. My first time ever meeting you, my first time ever seeing you was, you know what I'm saying, my producer O's camera, Street Status, you know what I'm saying? That was my first time ever seeing you, right?
Street Status camera made a lot of niggas famous, man.
You know what I'm saying? But, and I can't shout out O enough. That being said, my first time ever meeting you was City Gear, right there on Grand and Martin Luther King.
For sure. Was I on some bullshit or was I shopping?
No, I just seen you. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't, you know, I had just got back to the city. I had just got back to the city when I got out the military. And, you know, I was just like, I'm going to go ahead and just stop in here. And I remember I walked, I'm like, I seen you, and I'm like, you had CDs in your hand. And I was just like, man, where the fuck do I know dude from?
For sure.
Like, he looked hella familiar.
This one, Grits Hoffa and Chocolate Tie used to work down there. So when I was putting out mixtapes, they used to let me bring the motherfuckers down there and put them in the store. They would sell them for me.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, it was Mobstar Maniac 2,
Probably
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this right around the time I battled JC.
Yeah,
sure.
Man. I was so just like, I'm like, dude, look hella familiar, man. And like, the stack of CDs was just right there on the counter. Like, you had just placed them there, and then you had took off. And I had paid, I was standing in line behind you, I paid for my shoes, and you know what I'm saying? The stack of CDs was right there. I'm like, I grabbed one. I don't know who was behind the counter. It's crazy you say that because I know Grits not too, but I was like, yeah, go on grab one. Bet. I grabbed that mug, and I was like, that's crazy. And then sometime later, I met you, man. But let me ask you this, man. What exactly got you into music, man?
Family, man. Like, and I think so. As black people, we're naturally artists. Everything we do, from how we dress, how we talk, how we walk, you know what I'm saying? It go back to our roots, you know what I'm saying, as natives, well, whatever you believe, whether you believe, nigga, we was here in America, or whether you believe we transitioned, you know what I'm saying, through the transatlantic slave trade over in Africa. The arts was created in our culture, you know what I'm saying? So it's in all of us, you feel me? It take a certain moment to spark it and cultivate it. And unfortunately, with us as black people, rap typically comes from trauma. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas start rapping in jail because they go through this terrible situation or they in the streets. I was fortunate enough to actually be indoctrinated into the shit by people that was just enthralled in the art of it. So my grandmother, just like a lot of black families, is the matriarch of was the matriarch of my family. She passed 3 years ago. She originally from the southern part of Tennessee, you know what I'm saying, deep southern roots. They migrated to St. Louis looking for a better life. I personally think she was running from murder. You know, she's dead now, so I can speak on this. But allegedly, she came here after stabbing and slicing a lady's throat inside of a bar with my grandfather because he was out cheating. But long story short, my family, my mother's side, get to St. Louis. So everybody came to St. Louis to visit my grandmother for holidays. Right. So us being Northside babies and her living in Velda City, even though Velda City ain't shit, it's an escape from the North. You know what I'm saying? From us. At this time, we living on Alice. Niggas is getting shot every other day. Drugs is
Velda City seemed like paradise.
Yeah, you know, I could ride my bike over there. You know what I'm saying? So my mama would pack my bike up and shit. So holidays, we go to my granny house. Everybody come to town. You know how big cousins is, you know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving, Christmas, niggas go outside, take them a walk, come back in, they smell a little weird. And now niggas think they Bone Thugs and Harmony down in the basement with my grandmother camcorder. But I thought it was the most amazing thing how they could put these words together off the top of their head and it sound like the shit I'm listening to on the radio. And that's what inspired me to be like, I love this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the exact moment where I said, this is what I want to do. One morning, it's super cold. You know, sometimes we get these treacherous ass St. Louis winters, and back in the 90s, I'm talking about niggas used to feel like these winters ain't shit. At all. It seemed like back in the 90s. I remember shoveling and snow and that shit. So it's a super cold day, and my mama had this burgundy celebrity, this Chevy celebrity. They don't even make these motherfuckers no more. I don't even know if people know what these cars is. It was like a box style Chevy car. It's burgundy, and the night before, it's a big-ass shootout on our street. So her nosy ass, she throwing me and my sister down on the floor, but she's looking out the window like Malcolm X. So the next morning, I think I'm in preschool, and my sister, rest in peace, 6 years older than me. Normally, she would ride in the front. For some reason, she let me ride in the front. All right. So we go outside. I'm getting in the passenger seat of the car, and the passenger side of the car is like riddled with gunshots. You know what I'm saying? And my mother... she wasn't college educated. She didn't have a high school diploma. You know what I'm saying? So she worked 2-3 part-time jobs just to make ends meet and provide for us what she could. So you could just see the despair and disappointment on her face. Because, I mean, it's the 90s. Ain't nobody riding around with insurance. Yeah, facts. You feel me?
It's actually not too different from today, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
So you can see, like, damn, I got to get this shit fixed. You know what I'm saying? So she get in the car, and it's silent for a minute. You know, she warmed the car, pull off, and she put a tape in the deck. And it's Ice Cube's Today Was a Good Day. And I was just watching her as I'm listening to this song, and it was just like a calm and spirit came over her. And at that moment, I was like, if that can make my mama feel like that, I want to do this shit. And I made my mind up right then and there that I was going to rap.
I ain't going to lie, that's deep as a motherfucker. That's actually hella deep. That being said, man, we gonna kind of jump around a little bit. That was the start of your music, man. Since then, how many because you just dropped Set on the Wall on all platforms, man. I personally be bumping it. We gotta work on me constantly getting killed in everybody's videos, but you know what I'm saying? We gonna get past that eventually.
You're a good action star, man.
I don't think it takes that much talent to die, but we gonna move past that. That being said, man, what exactly do your discography look like? Because I know Set on the Wall is an album, and I heard Mobstar Maniac 2, and then I heard everything like songs that you dropped. But what exactly do your
officially
discography look like?
Officially, I probably got over 20 projects out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember nigga Magic used to work at this gas station downtown. Like, me and Kizzle, I had bought some studio equipment. Like, we trapped out going crazy, doing all type of stupid shit, but we trying to figure this shit out. Like, I was buying studio equipment. Like, we was recording mixtapes, selling them and passing them out back then. But officially, I have 6 studio albums. Hold on, let me count. The Drop, that was my first official studio album. Mm-hmm. The Drop, Pleasure, Money, and Pain.
I remember that.
Defiance.
I remember that one.
Don't Stop at Lights.
I remember that. I thought that was a mixtape.
Soon It'll All Be Over and Sets on the Wall. So I have 6 studio albums officially.
Okay.
I have a collaboration album with Tyron Woodley. So that's 7 if I include that. I have 2 collaboration projects with Bodine, Bruce versus Bang
1 and 2,
Bruce
yeah.
versus Bang 2. So if I count those, that's 9.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But BVB 1 and 2, I consider them mixtapes, even though 2 is on all platforms for streaming. And Chaos Theory, that was quote unquote an album, but it's a collaboration project. So I got 6 solo studio albums out.
Okay, you said
and
something.
The Mobster Maniac series, that was just some shit niggas trying to figure out and did mixtapes and put them out in the street. I think the only one was actually online was MM2 and MM3, and that was on that Piff, but niggas hated on me because I did like 100 and some thousand downloads. Yeah.
That being said, you just said something interesting, man. And I actually been wondering this for a minute, man. I don't mean, hey, I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way, but I'm going to say just what it is, man. You and Tyron Woodley are on songs together?
We got a whole album. I think it's like, I can't remember. I think it's like 17 songs. So this is another thing. These fucking distribution companies is popping up with trash. This is just for independent artists. Like, be aware of where you distribute your music and how you distribute your music. So we was talking to Atlantic Records.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He had a plug with the Atlantic Records, the president, Kevin Weaver, the vice president, Ian Cripps. Shout out to Ian Cripps. He a white boy, but that's my low because of his last name. So he was dealing with them, you know what I'm saying, when he told the world that he was interested in doing music and he had dropped a song that I wrote for him with Wiz Khalifa. These labels came running. As you know, now it's just about numbers and presence and shit like that. They don't give a fuck about people's actual talent. It was like Tyron Woodley from the UFC want to rap. We see dollar signs because of his following. And then we got the UFC. So 300 was interested in signing them, a couple other labels. So we ended up doing business with Atlantic Records. And I told him that I would distribute the project properly, make sure it get done right.
Right.
He wanted to go through a platform that Atlantic Records created called Level Distribution. Had never heard of it, don't know nobody that used it. He listened to them fall for the okie doke. So now the project is not even up now, but it did like across all platforms, like 10 million streams, a bunch of fucking sales. Like it was very successful for an independent project. But yeah, it was like, I think like 16 songs.
Okay. I'm going to be real. As somebody, I've met Tyron, I've sparred Tyron, I've trained at his gym when he used to be open, ATT Evolution.
For sure.
I'm going to be real, man. He should have definitely just stuck to fighting. Like, he definitely should have just stuck to fighting, man. It was just like, I was listening to it and I was like, when I first met Tyron, it was at his gym.
For sure.
His sister was the at the front desk and all that, and his lady at the time used to hold her workouts out of there and all that, whatever. Solid gym. I actually miss it. It was a decent place, but I remember when I was training, it was around the time he was on his title run.
Yeah.
Right? When he was on his way to the UFC championship, man. And I remember him stating, he was like, we was in the gym. He decided to train that day. He usually had people come in the gym that he'd fly in or they'd fly in to spar with him or wrestle with him or whatever. Because I remember I seen Ben Askren in there one time when they was in there rolling around at the gym. And I was just like, he ain't had nobody there. He was like, hey, man, I be seeing you, man. You can go, I see you be switching stances, man. Like, go a couple rounds with me right quick. Sure. I'm like, all right, bet. And while we was taking breaks in between the rounds, he was like, man, I'm chasing the bag. He like, man, you only get the money when you become champ.
That's a fact.
And he like, man, I'm trying to soak up all these opportunities. Some opportunities have gone well for him. Like, he was in Straight Outta Compton. Yep. And other movie roles, and I be seeing him,
a decent series on Netflix.
I be seeing him
Y50, we went down there, he did that.
I seen him what the hell was that? It was some game show. I think it was like Hollywood Squares or something like that.
I ain't see that.
I seen he was on some game show and all that, but I was like, and I'm rooting for him. Hey, black man get paid.
For sure.
But man, when that dude started rapping, I was just like,
hold on. So that's a misconception. A lot of people think he started doing music and then he fell off. No, the album was done. We completed the album before he fought Darren Till, and he beat the hell out of Darren Till.
Yeah, he was Darren Till.
The album was done. Woodley hadn't been in the studio with me in over a year before he fought Usman.
So why did he drop it? Cause
he had it was some personal things going on with him. You know what I'm saying? Like
you know they got a running joke about him, right?
Yeah, rap ain't had nothing to do with his fall off. Like he wasn't even rapping at that time he fought Usman. It had nothing to do with it. And we didn't get back in the studio after that. So if he was in the studio, it wasn't with me. You feel me?
Cause he dropped man. I remember I was looking at look, Tyra, if and when you see this, man, I'm not trying to, I wish you the best, but man, they got a running meme with him where he dropped the song, he announced it and dropped the song, I Beat Your Ass. And the running meme is he has beat 0 asses since that song dropped.
No, he beat Darren Till. That song dropped
the night. Yeah, he walked out to it.
He beat Darren Till. Nah, he didn't walk out to it. He should.
I thought he walked out to it.
He didn't walk out to it.
I know he announced. I know the post fight press conference. He whatchamacallit.
Because it was supposed to drop Monday. We were supposed to go to New York, be on Swear in the morning, and that's why I said like, you got to let people handle the business who know how to handle the business.
Right.
The song dropped the day before the fight, and it wasn't supposed to. We look up and it's out, but we were supposed to announce it on Swear in the morning Monday after we flew up to New York after the fight. But bad people handled the business wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it fucked up the whole rollout. But he beat Darren Till when that song dropped.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's straight a running joke that Mud straight say he's beat 0 asses since he dropped the song I Beat Your Ass.
People gotta have their dates together. The album came out, the song, but anything after that I ain't got nothing to do with it because we wasn't in the lab working.
Indeed, man. So you Dubb O, man from the Northside, man.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You had pretty rough upbringing, all of that. How do you go from that to music to activism? Like, man, like you really, like, it was Obama, if I'm not mistaken. You was at the White House, correct?
I done met every president. But actually being in the Oval Office, strategizing and trying to create a plan in regards to helping black people with predatory policing. That was with Obama, but I've been to the White House numerous times.
How exactly did you pull that? I always wanted to ask you that. Like, how exactly did you manage to pull that off?
So, that was
like, were you invited up there?
Yeah, I was invited. So it's an organization called PICO. Now they go by Faith in Action, but it's the largest faith-based organization in the country. You know the gap between clergy and regular black people in the city. It's a big gap. If you're not religious and you ain't going to church every fucking Sunday, you don't fuck with.
Yeah, they ain't rocking with nothing you talking about.
When Ferguson happened, I'm out, and this one night, it's crazy. I think it was a night, it was a young woman named Spook got shot in the head. She survived, but the police went and confiscated the bullet.
You talking about the rubber bullet situation, right?
When they said they was out of rubber bullets and out of non-lethal munitions, and they said they was using live ammunition. She got shot in the head.
Yeah, I remember that.
The police, the only reason they showed up was to confiscate the bullet after surgery, but she survived. But that night, it's mayhem. And I look up in the middle of the tear gas and shit, and I see this black bald head nigga in his full clergy costume with the white collar and everything, looking like a priest. I'd never seen this shit before. And I look down, this nigga got on some white forces. So I'm like, dude can't be from here. You know what I'm saying? So I went and hollered at him. His name Pastor Michael McBride. He like, no, I'm not from here. We from the Bay Area. We from Oakland. And we started locking in with him because he saw what we was doing and what we was building with our organization. So he became like a mentor of mine.
Right.
Sent me through the leadership training, and I really learned CVI, which is community violence intervention, organizing, criminal justice reform, reentry work, like really learning how to organize and build and sustain the organization.
Right.
Because he saw these national people come in trying to take advantage. So he helped us create programs. So we got invited out to DC via him. They was having a meeting with this big company by the name of Kellogg Foundation, trying to see if we get some support back to St. Louis. So he invited me and my lady out to DC to convey the message in regards to what's happening in St. Louis, what's going on. So we tell our stories, you know what I'm saying? And at first they be trying to get people talking points and shit like that. I've always been a good speaker. I'm good at conveying my message. I don't need nobody to tell me what to say in regards to my city and how I represent the strife and the pain and oppression that we go through. I'm well versed in delivering that. But looking at a nigga, they don't know that until I open my mouth. So At first they like, well, just talk about this. So I stand up. And I had a little suit on. I take my jacket off and I roll my sleeves up and I start showing my tattoos, bullet wounds, all this shit. And I'm like, I'm just gonna be transparent with y'all and tell y'all the story. And before I finish talking, everybody in the room was in tears. And there was a young woman in the room by the name of Ashley Allison, who ended up being the head of Office of Public Engagement for the White House at the time, which was Obama. So she pulled me and my lady outside after this situation and was like, hey, I want to invite y'all to the White House tomorrow to have a meeting. Cool. So she invited us to the White House. We meet with her. And she kept, for some reason, every president, I don't know if it was just Obama, but I think it's every president, when they speaking on them in a certain light or a certain place, they never use their name. So she kept calling dude like Bob or some shit. She was like, yeah, I'm going to set up a future meeting with Bob and all this. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust government. I ain't really trying to fuck with y'all. I'm ready to get back to St. Louis. So this is October.
All right.
So about a month later, I get a phone call from Barbara Ornwine out of D.C., who is one of the most powerful and prevalent civil rights attorneys that we ever seen, and she's also a black woman.
Right.
She became a mentor of mine as well, sort of a mother in the movement space. She was like, hey, we want to invite you back out to D.C. to meet with the president. At first, they didn't want to let me in, though. They said I was high risk, very anti-government, super rebel. So I never called myself an activist because I view activists as people that
I kind of feel like the activist label kind of got put on everybody who
really
said something around Ferguson.
I more so look at myself as a revolutionary who engages in activism at times. But my lane is more so civil disobedience and programming. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more of a revolutionary. But she was like, we gonna set it up. And they didn't want to let me in at first, but she told them folks, she was like, it won't be a meeting if Dubb not in the building. And I got invited. We went and had the conversation, and I mean, it was history. That's the only thing that really came from it.
How long? What was he like? You met him, like, how long was the meeting? Like, what was Obama like?
It was probably about an hour. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you, the meeting pissed me off. You know what I'm saying?
How so?
Because I realized during the meeting that it was just for the image. It wasn't to actually change anything.
That doesn't surprise me.
And then when I met him, I'm like, this dude is really like a real politician. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's the picture that went viral was the first picture of him opening the door. You can see me and him, and people thought I was smiling, but I was laughing.
Right.
So they walk us through this hallway. We didn't go through the front office. They walk us through this hallway, and like the wall opened.
Yeah.
And he's standing right there, but when he opened it, it was right in front of me. And he looked at me and did like this and was like, who let you in? So I started laughing. So they took that picture. So it was like, oh, look at this. They're so happy to meet. But then as you see the rest of the pictures, be sitting in the Oval Office at the press conference, me at the end of the table, it's like this scowl is on my face. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pissed off. One, a national organization hijacked the meeting. So you got people in here that's not even from St. Louis talking about St. Louis issues. Two, dude is giving us the politician answers. And when I start asking the hard questions, he was like, all right, get up, let me show everybody my rug. Because every president get their own cook. When I say this, people be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But he didn't want to go into depth of the conversation of where we was going. And he was like, every president get their own custom rug. I don't think you think I'm dedicated to black people. Let me show you. My rug has Martin Luther King quotes on it. And I just shook my head and shut the fuck up for the rest of the evening.
I see what you're shooting at, but it's like, bro, I don't give no fuck about this rug.
Yeah, not at all.
That's wild, man.
But they gave me the pink badge. They color coded in there. That meant you high risk. So they followed me to the bathroom everywhere. It was a good time, though. I still smell like the strip club.
I would say, why would they label you high risk? But I would imagine if you finna go meet the president, you Secret Service, they done ran background checks, social media.
They ain't even want to let me in the building.
Yeah, that's insane. I asked that one because I wanted to know, but my second part to that is like, what got you into the whole, like, how do you go from music to, you know, activism, revolutionary type shit? How do you go, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. It's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of, especially these days, there's a lot of, you know, artists that decide to be woke these days and all that other stuff. But it's like,
niggas been rapping woke forever, but they don't do shit. Like, this is my thing. All the niggas who quote unquote conscious rappers don't do shit for the community. They talk all that hotep shit, and you can smell sage when you play their whack ass music, but they don't actually do shit. Them niggas ain't front line when police killing niggas. They ain't showing up when the military out there busting people head. You know, most of these niggas like super aggressive and oppressive with women and disrespectful and low key pedophiles and shit. They just be talking that conscious shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the rappers that I've met, it be the gangster niggas that's really about their work and trying to change shit because we lived it. You know what I'm saying? We went through them circumstances and we looked around and we had the mental fortitude to, one, fight and overcome that shit, but we also had the vision to see that this ain't how shit's supposed to be. And a lot of times our goal to change that is, all right, I'm going to use rap or basketball or whatever the situation is that not only change my life, but change my family life, put my homies on, try to help my block. But I'm also now trying to do better for the community. Look at how many basketball players or rappers you see end up starting community centers and shit like that. Now, the difference with me is I became well-versed in political education. I was always deep into trying to educate myself. I saw shit was fucked up. And I knew that if you can't understand this system and understand our true history, then you can never create a trajectory of where you going to liberation.
Yeah, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been a quote-unquote organizer or a bridge builder, even before I got involved in that level of work. Like it's communities and niggas I brought together that would have hated each other under a certain circumstance if I didn't bring them together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even when I was in quote-unquote the underworld, it would be hoods I did business with that my hood have hate to death. You feel me?
Right.
But I was able to bridge certain situations together. So I was always an organizer, always trying to defy odds and eliminate oppression. It's just when Ferguson happened, it was just like, all right, nigga, you gonna keep just doing it in the hood, you just gonna keep rapping about it, or you gonna fucking do something because they killing us and you got black boys that's gonna be walking the street.
So with Ferguson, so it'd be fair to say that Ferguson is kind of your launch point for
to fully say, nigga, I'm gonna actually fight daily.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real. I think for most people in St. Louis, I think Mike Brown getting killed was that because I that's what it was for me.
It was the drop that spilled the cup for me.
For me, when Mike Brown, for myself personally, I kind of got more heavier on it within like the last 5 years. For real, 6. Yeah, last 6 years. But when Mike Brown got killed, that's when I was like paying attention real heavy to like what go on like around the city. You know what I'm saying? That's where I know that's where Ohan Ashe got her start at. Salute to her.
For sure.
That's
why most of them got their start.
Yeah, it's
you know
like
they showed up a little later though. Like a lot of it, like me, Tef, rest in peace to the homeboy D-Boy, Darren Seals.
Man, rest in peace, Darren Seals.
Even like the homie Bo D. Like really, I'm gonna be honest with you, it was gangsters, like single mothers and like independent artists out there. You know what I'm saying? Day one. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no fucking activists. It wasn't no organizations. The clergy tried to chase us off. You know what I'm saying? When the protest actually started, he was murdered October 9th. We had a little situation with the police. The next day is when the organizing and protest actually started at the police department.
Yeah.
Now, you got so many people running around that say they made the call and took credit for it. We ain't called clergy there. We ain't got nothing to do with what they was doing. They was on the corner and on the sidewalk praying. We went and sat in the middle of the street and blocked that shit off, and that's when it started. You know, they was coming to try to tell us to get out the street, calling us disrespectful and all this shit. Like, we cursed their ass the fuck out.
Yeah, I was out there. Yeah, in them days, I was out there on my camera, man, swag. I got the footage on the hard drive of, like, I was out there, and me, my roommates, my right-hand man behind the camera, You what? Was you out there with Ferguson with us? I know your little brother was. I know Reggie was out there. Yeah, he wasn't, but his little brother Reggie Edwards, he was out there. Salute to my nigga Reggie.
For sure, yeah.
But I was out there on my cameraman swag, and we was out there damn near every day. And I straight they ain't got it on their website no more, but the Riverfront Times took my footage of like when they start popping, when they first set curfews and shit. Like, hey, y'all got to be out of here by 12 o'clock. And I had it on camera. It was like 9:30, like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and they start
popping tear gas and shit. And I got hellas of that shit on footage. I got it's on my old hard drive. I hope that mug is not corrupted because that's like my bread and butter right there. That was my magnum opus, as they'll say. But it's like living in a city like St. Louis, man. It just always it always threw me off. Like, look, like up until Ferguson, I kind of was just like, this is just how it is.
It's normal.
It's normal. This is just how it is. I don't know why it's like that. It is. White people live over here. Black people live over here. If you're black, anything behind county line is sunshine, and anything behind county line is sunshine and rainbows compared to what you have inside the city line. Right. So, and then it was like Ferguson hit, which is the county, and it was like damn, like this really how they getting down? Cause like the thing that fucked it up for me, I ain't gonna fake it to you. I was looking at my phone, driving, very irresponsible. Don't do that, people. But that being said, I'm looking. I'm looking, and they say, you know what I'm saying, man killed in Ferguson. Yeah. Right? By the police. And I'm just like, I'm like,
sound like some typical St. Louis shit.
It's bullshit, but you know, tears of life around here.
Right.
And then I sit up here, I remember because I was where I was at for like 2-3 hours. I think it was like, and then I checked my phone again, and it was talking about like, dude, body was still in the street.
For 4.5 hours.
Yeah, 4.5. Like I'm like,
and then didn't even put him in the ambulance. They threw him in the back of a minivan.
Yeah. I actually have seen that, unfortunately, too many times. My partner's Lucky and Smiley from Labadee, where I'm from. When their partner got killed, it was a gray minivan that they came and scooped his body. I saw the whole thing. It was a gray minivan that scooped his body off the street, and they threw the sheet over him and threw him in the back of the van. And the fire truck came and washed the blood off the street. Rest in peace to London, man. Salute to my niggas Lucky and Smiley.
Crazy part about the Mike Brown situation, they left him there so long, and it was so hot.
It was hot as fuck that day. The
blood wouldn't come out the concrete. Months later, really, it was probably about a year, they had to cut that whole block of concrete out because the blood stayed on the ground so long and cooked into the concrete that the stains wouldn't come out. They had to cut.
Ain't that where the little meat? Because right now it's a median there now.
It's a median there now.
Yeah.
But if you go back to some of the old pictures, you see a block like cut out of the street in new concrete.
Yeah.
That's how long the blood soaked into that concrete. They had to cut the concrete out the street.
Damn. But yeah, I vividly remember that. I finished up what I was doing, which was hours later, and I'm like, damn, like they still ain't got his body out the street. I had time to roll. I had time to straight roll over there, and I started walking down the street, and I still saw the white sheet, and I walked straight back to West Florida. I'm like, man, I don't want to. It was like all the Canfield.
They was trying to get the story together.
Yeah, all the Canfield was like outside, and I'm like, man, I'm finna just walk back to West Florida, and I don't want to see nobody in the street. Like 20 minutes after that, that's when they showed up with the
dogs, military.
Yeah,
people asking questions.
That's when they showed up. Ferguson Police Department showed up with the big trucks and all that. They put the little yellow barricade around them and all that. But I'm like, damn, like y'all just now covering them up, trying to get them out the street, all of that. I'm like, I don't know what it was, but it was something about, I gotta see how this play out. Like, I got it, like, and from that day forward, I just paid a lot more attention to what was going on around the city. So, sure. I know I'm pretty long-winded on that, but what I was getting at is that it seemed like that was, like, St. Louis is a city that don't really unite about shit, unfortunately. But it was something about that day and that moment that everybody was kind of
because we was all
on the same page.
You know, and people ask me this everywhere I go. They say, because honestly, St. Louis, we don't take enough credit and we're not proud enough for that moment. And it's unfortunate that a life was lost for it, but we revolutionized the world. How every movement has gone since 2014 has mirrored what we did in St. Louis.
Facts.
Not just in this country, but around the world. You know what I'm saying? And that was a generation of people that, one, was hopeless, but everything that we had going through up until that point gave us everything we needed to create the biggest movement in the world since the Montgomery bus boycott, since the Black Panther situation, since the Civil Rights Movement. That was the longest active protest ever.
Yeah.
And before that, it was the Montgomery bus boycott. You know what I'm saying? So we created a revolutionary moment for black people that really opened the eyes of an entire generation and continued to open eyes of generations after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was saying to my partner, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be in history books one day.
Absolutely. We all in the Smithsonian. I mean, I don't know if we still out there now because of Trump, but
yeah, dumbass chief. Yeah.
But yeah,
Sideboy
changed the world. Though.
Yeah, Sideboy. I think he gonna start either the second Civil War or the third World War. I don't know what dude on, but
hey, black people buy guns. That's all I gotta say about that shit.
Yeah. That being said, man. And this is something I be seeing you talk about it, and then I'd read into it. All of these people, because you say it sparked shit around the world.
For sure.
But what's crazy is that it's people who, for some reason, they like still kind of like profiting and benefiting off of Ferguson despite.
Absolutely.
And it's like, for the life of me, I don't understand that shit. Like,
I mean, it's social justice, right? And I again, it's another thing I used to say. The social justice world is dirtier than the dope game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
ain't the point of social justice is to put yourself out of work?
I mean, that's what I thought the goal was. That's why we created our organization, to actually change and accomplish it. But you go into these meetings and people are planning 5 and 10 year budgets. So clearly you're not looking to accomplish the shit that's on your mission statement on your website in 5 years or 10 years if you planning to be doing that work 10 to 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, I actually just put this on my Facebook. I said this in another interview. We have too many people in places where lives are impacted by the work that are just there for a job. That's with schools, that's with social justice organizations, that's with everything. If you don't have deep dedication to the perseverance of black life, then you shouldn't be in this realm. Now, it's a place for you in this realm. It ain't director, it ain't executive director, it ain't manager, it ain't case manager, it ain't organizer. It may be on the back end and accounting or some shit. It may be legal. But if you don't have a deep dedication to this work, it's the same like our volunteer basketball coach. 3 years since I took over, undefeated, championships. We even got a city resolution for the work that I did with this basketball team. Unheard of in the Hazelwood School District. St. Louis City gave us a resolution, and this is a county school.
Yeah.
That's how transformative the work is I'm doing with these young men. If you not doing that for black people, don't be in this space. Just because you a teacher and you need an extra 4,000, but you don't know shit about basketball or wrestling, don't come in here trying to play coach with these kids and they trying to prepare to go to the next level and you fuck up their opportunity to get better and be prepared when they get to high school or middle school because you want an extra bag. We got too many people in places where impact matters to lives.
St. Louis, I feel like that's across
that just
the board.
Want a job. And this is around the world.
Yeah, with St. Louis. That's definitely around the world.
So
but
when
I'm
you talk about people
here.
still benefiting from St. Louis, it's that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers see the opportunity for the bag. Phil Agnew do that shit. Been doing it. That's tough them, homie. I'm sick of that shit. I spazzed out on his ass on Instagram. Nigga, 10 years later, you still talking about Ferguson. Nigga, you from Miami.
Yeah, that's dead.
You got a bag, started a whole nother organization, been around the world touring because you came to Ferguson once and took a picture. Nigga, Trayvon Martin got smoked in your state and y'all ain't do nothing to get lit from that. But one of our own get murdered in the press and you niggas want to show up and take advantage of the situation. D. Ray Mickelson, Blue Vest nigga. Movement for Black Lives, Mo, all them niggas. Man, these niggas came here, stole funders, raised millions of dollars, left our city in shambles. We couldn't even get grants for the work we was doing here every day. Because you niggas was speaking on our behalf, saying you're the gatekeepers in the face of Ferguson.
My thing is this. How the fuck can out-of-towners, because that seems to be a consistent thing in the city across the board. And it's like, how the fuck can out-of-towners, you know.
Politics, because they already in the movement space. So they got the relationships with the philanthropists. They got the relationship with the funders, the people that do the grants. So it's like, oh, well, I took a picture with Tef Poe. I'm the representative to get the funding to Ferguson. So they'll get the money. And then, for instance, Kayla Reed in Action St. Louis when she first started Action.
Salute to Kayla Reed.
Advancement Project, which is the national organization that hijacked the first Obama meeting. It's the reason Tef ain't make it. It's the reason my lady Reek ain't make it, even though me and her is the reason the meeting was set up. Because they hijacked the meeting. Oh, right. We're going to organize this. They was bankrolling Kayla organization to start it first. It was all about the voting work. But they getting money in regards to Ferguson and the relationships they quote unquote created with us and giving her a micro grant versus I'm going to raise this money and send it to St. Louis. It's a dirty fucking world, bro. And it's all about the oppression of black people. They wake up every single day and fund their middle class lifestyle on the deaths of street niggas that they don't even want in the building to train to do these positions. Look around at these organizations and look at their staff and tell me how many straight black men you see. How many straight black men you see on these boards and in these organizations that are doing the work that affect black niggas every day. Re-entry work. When I do re-entry work and I look around, primarily women. White men, black women, gay black dudes, if it's one, or one straight nigga somewhere. And who is the most that's affected by the criminal justice system? Who dying every day to violence? Who is the least to get employed? Who is the least to graduate high school? Why the fuck we ain't in the rooms getting these opportunities to fight for our own liberation? You don't even want us in the space.
It's crazy. It's funny you say that, man. He's a modest guy. He's behind the camera, but it's not like reform as far as like, you know, prison reform and, you know, sure. Re-entry into society like that. But me and my man's behind the camera, we are part of this community development. What's it called?
Neighborhood Planning Committee.
Yeah, Neighborhood Planning Committee, right? And I literally said this to him when we were sitting in there. I was just like, y'all don't look nothing like the people that are in the areas that.
And that's the problem.
It's like, yeah, y'all don't look nothing like, y'all don't.
And that's the problem.
I don't even think y'all even from St. Louis.
Fuck no.
To whatchamacallit.
No. Most of these organizations show up in these communities when they got a grant to do so. Voting time. You know, like right now, how many people you done heard talk about voting?
Nobody.
Now wait till
I've heard about midterms, but like nationally, but I ain't heard about.
Wait till a couple months before before 2026, before election time. Wait till around August. See how many organizations you see out talking to people about voting, and then you wonder why St. Louis has poor turnout because you niggas only talk about it when you get some money to talk about it. You ain't training people around how to vote and how to use that vote for a weapon 24/7, 365. You get some money, send some people out, knock some doors, use every action or whatever one of these turf cutting programs that y'all using. Go knock on some doors in the neighborhood you never been in, don't know nobody, and ask them to vote. And that's the way that you do civic engagement. And you wonder why we have one of the lowest voting turnouts in the nation in regards to the city.
That shit's abysmal.
This shit is business to these people. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that shit.
Locally, nationally, the social justice world is fucked up.
Yeah.
Dope boys got better morality. And I stand on that shit.
Yeah. To segue into whatchamacallit, as far as like local shit, just the other day, I was looking at Channel 5 News. I keep forgetting dude's name, but I am a fan of dude. His name Mark something. He do the On the Record segment for Channel 5 News.
I'm gonna be honest, I ain't watched the news in so long, man.
I'm old now, man. I'm old now. I got to get up early for work and all that stuff, man. I go to sleep with the news on, so I know what the weather is and I know what time it is when I'm getting ready for work. But I forget dude's name, man. But they was talking something about our current mayor, Carver Spencer's first 100 days.
Karen.
Right. They was talking about her first 100 days, and they did a recap on they did a recap about like the election. You know, actually no, this was like we in the new year now. This was like actually like right before the new year. You like talk about all the highlights of the new year, of the year that we about to leave.
So this is in December.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
And they was talking about the election, and they had said something on there about it, and they was mentioning when Cara and Tashara ran against each other the first time, and they was talking about low voter turnout and how the second one had an even lower voter turnout.
Because nobody believed in either candidate. And the people that do the voting work, that organize people, and this thing, they always take the credit when whoever they was fucking with win. We did this.
I learned that when I started going to these public joints.
But they don't take the credit when whoever they fucking with lose. It's our fault. Accountability, motherfucker, ain't it?
Yeah, because when they was talking about it, I actually went to go look that shit up. And I was like, despite the campaign that Cara Spencer ran, I was just like, I think she won, she got a different, I think an additional 4,000 votes compared to what she got.
I mean, it wasn't much.
Her first time.
It wasn't much.
But I'm like, you didn't really, it's like people just
It was more so a drop off in regards to people that supported Tashara versus her getting more votes.
Yeah, Tashara lost damn near half of her
and
voting
it was one of the,
and I actually don't,
it was one of the cheapest mayoral campaigns in the history of St. Louis. Typically, back when Leiter was running for office and shit like that, they had $2, $3, $4 million budgets and shit. You know what I'm saying? This was one of the cheapest mayoral campaigns that we've had in quite some time. So they didn't really do amazing campaigning on either side. I'm gonna be honest, people just didn't give a fuck who won. They didn't give a fuck. But the average person didn't care between the two who won.
I mean, my whole life, my entire life, I didn't start caring about local politics for real, until Ferguson. That's when I really started caring. When Leiter took office, I definitely was I didn't care that she won because I didn't know who she was. And then all the fuck shit she got on while she was in office, I was just
she tried to get me killed too.
Was she in office when the outside the studio situation happened?
She the one sent them. She was standing right behind the studio. She sent the police over there.
Hold up. So what happened with that? Because I always see you post that clip from your phone when they was get the fuck on the ground and all that other shit. But what exactly fucking happened for that to be a thing?
So people think when me and Tef talk about this shit that we exaggerating. But niggas had real CIA and FBI files for the work that we've done. You know what I'm saying? We was different from the other quote unquote protesters out there. We was crafting programs that, we got a program that's in 41 cities and 3 other countries. We've been to Palestine, we've been to Guerrero, Mexico, Cuba, Brazil, the MST revolutionary camp. We got people in the Congo. We are internationally connected on some revolutionary shit. Active threats to the government and the system of white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just speaking or talking this is reality. We're connected with weird revolutionary motherfuckers and revolutionary groups just doing active connecting for oppressed black people nationally and internationally. So we were viewed a different way than the average person that was just out there yelling or who had a social media platform and they saying this, this, and this. We're actively organizing to destroy white supremacy.
But what made them send the fucking SWAT to the studio? And why the fuck was she there?
Because it was my studio. I'm organizing out of this studio space. I ain't just have niggas in there doing music. We was organizing, creating programs. I created gang treaties. I had peace meetings there once a week. 150 black men would show up and vow. I made them vow and pledge not to hurt another black person unless their life or their family lives depended on it. I was doing some things that the police didn't like. My studio was right in front of the police office. We on 19th and Locust.
Yeah,
and headquarters is right behind us on Olive.
Yeah.
So they watching this organizing. The building before they turned into a parking lot across the street next to Fat Buddha, they used to have a camera up in that building. It was a vacant building. We caught the camera. Used to be somebody up there with a telescope trying to look into the studio to see what's going on. But this ain't the first time. Our space that we had an actual organization out of got shot up in Ferguson. Police shot it up. The next space we had on Goodfellow and Natural Bridge, they shot that up, broken into it. So we have been actively traced and threatened and targeted by police, feds, CIA. This is a real thing. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna be real, man. How do you sleep, bro?
I don't. You talk to me early in the morning. You also talk to me late at night. Whenever I told you I'm asleep or waking up, I don't sleep. I power nap when I can.
I thought I was motherfucking paranoid. Boy, look.
I ain't paranoid. I'm just aware. You know what I'm saying? Everything is in God's hands. Whatever happened, happened. But I'm not going easy. I'm going to say that. I'm getting home to my babies by any means. I wish that for everybody.
Facts. I'm with you on that. So, like, you ain't never, I know you a rather proud dude, I am myself, but you ain't, with all of this going on, you ain't never thought to just like, yeah, I still support, but I'm finna leave.
Where I'm gonna go? You black everywhere. You can't take this shit off. Oh, nigga, I'm Chinese today. I wish. I can't peel this shit off. It ain't nowhere I can go where I'm not gonna be a victim of racism on this planet. Even if I go to Africa, depending on what country I'm in, white people control that shit. Look how they oppress them countries over there. That's why they over there rising up and trying to kick Europeans and the French and the Belgians. They trying to get them out of their countries to reestablish African control. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nowhere you can go to escape racism. You can't get rich enough to escape racism. Look at Diddy. Diddy a piece of shit. But he didn't actually go to jail for the shit he should have went to jail for. This nigga beat Cassie ass in the hallway. They ain't locked that man up for that shit. Wasn't no domestic violence charge. Know what they gave that nigga? The Mann Act. You know why the Mann Act was created? Because another black nigga was out here fucking them up. Jack Johnson, world champion that white people couldn't beat. And this nigga going back and forth state lines with a white woman. They hated that shit. So they created the Mann Act saying you can't cross state borders doing devious acts with women. Locked him up and stripped him of his championship. That was the only way they could take it.
Damn.
That's what Diddy was charged with. He
Well,
get charged and found guilty on the shit he actually did.
Yeah.
Nigga,
I actually thought the shit was gonna get thrown out on all that shit.
He got a RICO
one-man RICO
flying
case.
For flying prostitution. He got a RICO, federal RICO. People don't think that shit crazy.
I think it's fucking insane.
For prostitution.
A one-man RICO for buying
prostitution.
That's crazy.
Meanwhile, we got a president in office that said, grab a bitch in the pussy. Just grab him in the pussy.
On national television.
Whole island full of pedophiles and prostitutes. Pictures. Files. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You can't get rich enough to escape this racism. You can't play white enough, code switch enough to escape this racism.
Facts.
You can't be their friend and do boy and tap dance and house nigga your way away from racism. When them people want to press that button on you, they going to press that button on you. And we got kids that's coming up. We got little brothers. We got entire generations that coming up under us. And if you don't want to do nothing about changing that shit, then how the fuck can you call yourself a man? I got sons. I don't want them dealing with the shit I dealt with. I don't want them feeling like they stuck under a ceiling because of this bullshit ass system of white supremacy and shit. Because I just want to go about my day. Oh, well, fuck it. I'm going to just smoke some weed and say fuck it. Nah, fuck that, gang. When I say I love my block, I love my niggas, I love my people, I love my mama, I love my motherfucking kids. Yeah. I will lay down and die for them to be free. I'll go to hell and burn 24/7, 365 for eternity and suffer if they can be free.
That's powerful, man. I'm gonna be real. It's rare that I'm left speechless, but yeah, that was deep as a motherfucker, man. But let's move on to something else, man. We kind of been on that for a minute, which I can talk this type of shit all the time, man. Talk this shit as long as we need to, man. Let's bring it in locally. You know what I'm saying? City related shit, man. Do you still have your residence with the Kranzburg?
It was 18 months. It just expired.
Okay.
Music at the intersection was the expiration of it. But I'm a resident for life.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just not an act or current artist in resident, but I'm a resident for life. Like, I still got access to all their facilities. Relationship is still there. It was a beautiful thing. Like I said, I was the first hip hop artist to do it. I just hope I'm not the last, and I hope I represent it properly enough for them to want to bring in more.
I mean, they'll have to be on your level of art. Cause I've had this conversation with numerous people as far as artists in the city. Is like, Yeah, most of y'all just about dissing everybody, and y'all don't got music if y'all ain't got nobody to talk crazy
Well,
about.
that's just them. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's a small percentage of the rappers here. Like St. Louis has such a vast plethora of MCs. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different pockets. It's just like because of where we come from, we get stuck in that typical pocket of the rap world.
I'm gonna be real. I would love to be exposed to more artists in the city because as a, you know what I'm saying, as a nigga that's proud to be from here, it be kind of making me mad. It's like I done started like binge watching The Wire and shit.
For sure.
And it's like, yeah, it's like everybody else come and hustle on our corner. Like when Marlo went to Bodie and was like, hey man, you take, hey man, you two options, man. You take our package, man, and you move the fuck out of here. And I definitely feel like in my own city, bro, like everybody else package is moving in our city. And I don't like that shit at all. Like when High 104 was still a thing, I don't usually praise the downfall of some shit. I praised they downfall.
Oh, I knew it was coming.
Like how the fuck do it come to ST? How is this our only, like 100.3 The Beat is owned by iHeart, which is a national thing.
Yeah.
Right? It's based here in St. Louis, but it's a national radio station.
Right.
So I'm like, I get it. They gonna have the national shit play here. But I'm like, I can sprinkle in some STL. But I'm like, Hot 104, y'all our only true STL station, and y'all don't play no local artists at all. If y'all do, it was on that bullshit ass Sunday showcase. Ain't nobody listening to the fucking radio on a Sunday night between 9 and 10 o'clock.
Hell no. The downfall on 104.1 should be studied. That shit should be studied, bro. Like, and it was right in front of their face. The problem is they think, you know, when somebody in a position just because they got the job, they think they smarter than everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
We seeing the downfall live, and we're telling these niggas this shit gonna go bad. But they was letting it. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't fighting for local power. We never had a station director that's from the city. Never.
I'm gonna keep it tight with you. No disrespect to dude, but I knew it was going down when they put that nigga Andrew on there. Because
they was chasing engagement.
Yeah, I'm like, bro.
It had already been sold to Odyssey by then, right?
They started out like shortly after the Home Team Morning Show was started. Then it got sold to Odyssey.
Okay.
And I remember I was doing Lyft at the time. Man, I'm listening to the radio, and you know what I'm saying? I got the radio playing because I don't want to offend nobody that's a passenger in my car.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I heard more ads than I heard music. And it's just constantly just the Odyssey app.
Look, I knew they needed money.
Because they was Radio 1 at first.
Yeah, the homeboy T. Marley, a couple years ago, I think he had a segment on there. And for some reason, I end up there. I don't know what the fuck I was up at 104.1 doing. I'm up there. And I overheard him the fact that he got to order his own Hot 104.1 hoodies.
Yeah, that's a problem.
At that point, I'm looking around.
I got to pay for my own fucking...
Pop filters got holes in them, carpet all dirty and shit.
I ain't never been inside the studio, but...
Man, bro, I'm like, bro, this don't look like hot in Atlanta. It don't look like hot in New York. Like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like... like I said, the downfall on our radio, that really, our industry needs to be dissected and studied and looked at, because we done failed and had a whole bunch of opportunity to do some great things. We just had the wrong people in the situation. A lot of gatekeeping, wrong people in situations. And I'm happy that we're now in a place now that we're getting past that. We actually creating an artist ecosystem here where independent artists are taking control, can make money here, can actually get some opportunities outside of here. We ain't got to play this bullshit commercial game where we need a record on the radio before we get an opportunity to get in a venue. I remember back in the day, rappers couldn't even get venues. O was the... So before O... They wouldn't even let rappers be on the main side of the football. You had to only book the little side. The first rappers to perform on the big stage at the football was us, because of that man right there, Battle Rap, did that. It wasn't the radio rap, all this little bullshit that's out here that opened up the all these venues on Manchester to allow rappers to book it themselves and create their own shows, or places like the Ready Room and shit like that.
Yeah.
Delmar Hall. It wasn't this little bullshit rap that you heard. I heard that in this small pocket that did that. That was us. That was me. That was the Tef Poles. That was the Bodines. That was the Bateses. That was the Rockwell Knuckles, the Black Spades, the Indiana Romes. It was us who did that shit. Not that other shit that everybody be praising, man. It was us getting booked at South by Southwest and A3C and all these international tours. It was us doing independent gold records and fucking people from Norway coming here doing documentaries. Man, we run this shit. Real rap runs St. Louis, whether people know it or not. Check the numbers, man.
So my $1 million thing is this, man, because one thing I hate so bad across the board in this city, actually.
For sure.
From entertainment to politics to just anything, is motherfuckers don't be proud of shit from St. Louis in St. Louis.
Because they can reach out and touch it. That's why. Even the Bible tells
nice
you,
to know. Nice to know we
would
think
never be respected in his hometown. Is that the Bible that say that? Who say that?
I've heard that quote before.
Anyway, it ain't the Bible. I'm lying like a motherfucker.
I've heard that quote
before. Who said that? Oh, look it up. Who said that a prophet won't be respected in his own town?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
If somebody feel like they can reach out and touch it, they never gonna take it serious.
Like no bullshit. Like no bullshit. Right. Like one of the reasons I started this pod, man, was that. It's like, as a nigga that's proud from my city, I'm like, it's so much shit that came here from the city, and there's so many people who left this city in all facets, whether they still here or not, that went on to do great shit. And I'm like, the city itself don't give no kind of a fuck, dog. It's just like,
they don't give a fuck until somebody else give a fuck.
Yeah, and it's like,
it's crazy. Like, you can have this beautiful thing, right? And I guess it's similar to motherfuckers who grew up with a diamond mine right in their backyard. And it takes somebody else to come and be like, God damn, them diamonds. But to me, shit, nigga, these shiny rocks.
This the thing, though, right? Because, for some reason, everybody in this city want to compare everything to fucking Atlanta for whatever reason.
I don't know why.
But I'm like, I done been to Atlanta. I done been to Texas, Houston, Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I done been to New York. It's like that, like Atlanta, like, mugs can just randomly see whoever it is that they was just bumping on they whatchamacallit in Lennox.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And they, like, mugs be like, hey, nigga, I seen Zaytoven and Al Horford in the same place.
I was the Bible.
Yeah, I'm about to say that was the Bible.
Would not be accepted in our own country / hometown. Luke 4:24, I think. Yep, Luke 4:24.
Yeah. But I'm just like, I seen Zaytoven. I seen Zaytoven, Al Horford when he was still playing for the Hawks. I forget who else I seen. Somebody had to point him out. No, it was Metro actually. Even though I know Metro from here, yeah, I didn't know what he looked like. But I'm like,
shout out to Metro.
Everybody was straight. Like, I seen all three of them in Lenox Mall on the same day.
Yeah.
It was around the time when Gucci at first got out. He was about to have his concert in Atlanta around that time. And I'm like, people in other cities, they like, you ain't exactly got to kiss their ass, but it's like, they revere the motherfuckers that is either in their city that's doing good shit, or they're from their city and they doing good shit. But I'm like, man, I done been in rooms, I done been like in places like day parties and shit like that. And Murph and Keywan, salute to them. They got the smokes and jokes things going on. Murph, you can just bump into that nigga at the Galleria, chilling. Nigga, I done seen people see Murph, and it's all smiles, and they get to talking crazy as fuck about Murph. Second, that nigga's not within earshot. I'm like, do y'all not see or appreciate what the fuck?
No, they don't.
Like,
no, they don't. And that come from two things.
For St. Louis, I always wonder why the fuck it was like that.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It also is not just St. Louis. It's everywhere. But in certain cities that have an industry, it's appreciated a little bit more. Like Texas, how they fuck with their underground movement.
Facts.
That's a beautiful thing. But don't think that it ain't some hate and all.
I'm pretty sure it is. It happens. It's just like,
but St. Louis is just, we're deeply oppressed. I call it PTSD, post-traumatic slave syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas are stupidly oppressed in their mind. It's like, nigga, slavery worked here on us with a whole nother level. And I don't know if it was the fact that majority of our families rooted here from the deep South, and then you come to a city where is really the most systemically racist city in fucking America that continue to perpetuate that mindset. But it's deep problems here in regards to oppression and having that oppressed mindset.
It's like I swear to God, I don't be understanding that shit, man. It's just like motherfuckers do any type of, they do anything solid or decent out this motherfucker, and it's like motherfuckers be like, who the fuck is that? And I mentioned Murphy Lee specifically because that nigga went on to literally, that nigga ain't just a like, yeah, you can bump into him, but he ain't no fucking regular schmo. Like
platinum rapper, Grammy Award winner.
He's a great nigga.
They favorite rappers right now that they're Paul suck dick for. Don't got no Grammy. Will never be Grammy nominated. This nigga got a Grammy, and you can go holler at him at the fucking dispensary and shake his hand and smoke with him. He live in Atlanta, but he always back in the city. Always. Keywan is like the fucking mascot. Niggas out everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga's, Murph is a great, I don't think people understand it. It's the same thing with Coco from Basement Beats. Like, these artists here in the city, like, he done reached out to a lot of artists, and motherfuckers don't be responsive, or if he be out, people don't be trying to network. Like, this nigga's a Grammy Award winning producer. I don't even know if Metro got a Grammy. That puts you in a whole nother realm of success and accomplishment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you care about the Grammys or not, still, Pac never got a Grammy. Tupac Shakur never got a Grammy. That's how revered that is. So to have somebody here and say, even Mo, I don't agree with everything they did in regards to the business. Would I have done shit differently as far as a label and trying to help people? Yeah. But them niggas don't have to do that. But still, this nigga is one of the highest selling rappers in history.
In history.
In history, bro.
Yeah, niggas can't really talk crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas,
that nigga. I be like, that nigga went diamond, man.
Yeah, whether you agree with whatever the fuck he got going on, like, that has to be respected and it should be appreciated. That's something to be proud of. From St. Louis, a small ass city of 300,000 people. Now, what is it, 180,000 people? But back in the day, what was 280,000? What's the population in the city, y'all? It dropped.
STL population
like
is
200,000, 220?
Like 220.
220?
At the craziest, yeah.
It dropped severely. But a small city like this, and then we include the county, U City, and everything, this little region produced one of the highest selling rappers of all time, Grammy Award winnings. And they get treated like gods around the world, and we act like
but they come here, and I'm gonna be real, and that was my motivation.
It's disgusting to me.
That was my motivation for actually why, I wanted to start this pod, because it's like, it's talking from one St. Louis native to another, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, for the life of me, like, what's the dude? Nike Turbo, right?
Turbo, yeah. I just ran into him at the gas
Everybody
station.
talk like, I'm gonna be real, I wasn't a fan of it, but I thought it was funny. You know what I'm saying? If you get any type of reaction out of me, I'll listen.
The Christmas joint.
The Christmas joint, right? And I just see everybody
went crazy with the marketing.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying I see everybody shitting on the song, right? I'll admit. Is it the greatest shit? Is it the greatest shit you ever
like
heard?
it or not? That's subjective. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
A broken clock is right twice a day. A garbage can gets a steak. Nigga, it's a million people somewhere that hate something that you love. Anything can be sold. Anything can be marketed. But if you don't like it, cool. And it's not hate to say, I don't like this. I don't think it's good. But you can appreciate the effort and the accomplishment that transpired from it.
And I'm talking about, I ain't seen nothing.
Boy, went crazy.
I ain't seen nothing but everybody just like, they talking crazy about it.
He ain't got no major industry budget. You saw that shit everywhere. Yeah. That was genius. That was genius.
But I'm like,
you gotta applaud that shit.
But I'm then like, you go to the flip side, I'm like, nigga, Sexy Red, salute the earth.
Sure.
I'm like, this wasn't the greatest shit in the world.
I'm not a Sexy Red fan at all, but I support that woman.
It's like, hey, I support her getting her bread. She from the city. Go, I want you to win.
Do I like the music? No, but it don't matter if I like it. It's a million people that do. Go win, baby. Go crazy. And you from the city. Go crazy.
Go crazy. Like, but it's like, damn, that same energy can't be reciprocated across the board. I just, for the life of me, man, I just never ever understood that, man. Like, mugs don't give a fuck about nothing in this city for whatever reason. You would sit up here and cry if nigga Boosie come up here. I seen it with my own two eyes. Motherfuckers cried at the ambassador to be right there in front of Boosie, nigga. Meanwhile, nigga, one of the greatest groups ever created they from here.
That's a fact.
You can bump into these motherfuckers like, nigga.
But we've also been, like I said, that the industry here has always treated St. Louis artists like they were beneath everything else. So the average consumer adopted that personality. Combined with all the other shit, the oppressed mindset and shit, like that's just community shit, right?
Do you believe it can change?
Absolutely. I've seen it change. I've seen it change on small levels. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
on a major level.
I think it can. I think it can. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be on us to cultivate that industry that leads people to that type of mindset. The problem is that we have generations of, just like the school system just lost accreditation again, right?
I ain't get me started.
It only had it for 5 years before 5 years, because it didn't have it for almost 30.
Man.
When did we get accreditation back in 2017?
No, it was way early, and it was like 2000.
But they lost it again. So niggas ain't get it back to what, like, no, they didn't have it for a minute in the 2010s. They didn't have it.
Yeah, in the 2010s, they ain't have it. Yeah, they had lost it.
But it's been current. It's been generation after generation that has been taught below.
Don't even get me started on the education system.
I just use that as an example.
Nah, I was about to say that because that kind of
industry.
tied into the thing when I said everybody. It was like, hey, everybody else moving they package on our shit. I don't like it, and I doubled on it. It's ironic that he's sitting right here, right? I'm not gonna say his name, but my right-hand man is sitting here behind the camera, man. Motherfucking, the fact, man, Keisha Scarlett brought her monkey ass down here from Seattle and saw the city as a lick.
For sure.
Hired her friends from out of town and everything. Everybody got fat raises. Put our shit in man, that lady came here, got this paper in a year. Muggs was up, what? I think it was like 35. I think it was like 70. I think it was up 70 M's, and they was 35 in the hole after a year.
Yeah.
It was like motherfuckers taking teachers conferences in Japan and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like that, huh?
Yeah. And the problem is the people that's here.
Like, how the fuck does this keep happening?
They accept it because we revere people from other places like these big, amazing things. And we got the beauty and the greatness, all the talent, all the education. We got everything we need here in St. Louis to do what we need to do.
Yeah,
and
man.
I just wish people could see that.
I swear,
this city's so beautiful.
I swear to God, I believe
here.
it could be. I believe it could be so much great shit.
Niggas just got the wrong niggas. I'm sorry, it's just a lot of fuck niggas just in the way. Now they can't stop shit that we got going on, but they do put a halt on the industry and make it look bad. Like it's been plenty of times we've gotten word that a motherfucker called the city looking for a certain artist, but since these niggas weren't connected with you or you ain't bootlicked them, we don't know who that is. Them niggas ain't cracking. Not knowing we really know these niggas, we'll get a call back like, oh, such and such said such. Word. Then you see these niggas, oh, what's up, Dubb? What's up, G? What's up? Bitch, man, I beat you with a pistol in this motherfucker, man. Get the fuck on.
Allegedly.
I will. We just, man, we need the right people in position. We just, for decades, we've had the wrong people in position. A lot of gay, will tell you, man, was in the industry, man. Still is. Ran with labels and there. He'll tell you, man, these niggas is foo-foo out here.
I ain't know about that part. My introduction to O was outside of Vinyl Records, man.
Had
big ass baggy.
Then you used to manage Kenny Knox. This nigga Kenny Knox had songs with The Game. Get Ghetto was a huge fucking record. I'm pretty sure they done talked to labels and shit. Man,
whoa. Kenny Knox made Get Ghetto?
Yeah, that's Kenny.
I be knowing a lot of songs, but I don't know who the fuck made them.
Kenny, another nigga don't get enough credit, man.
It's a lot of
Another
motherfuckers.
nigga don't get enough credit.
Hey, while we talking this music shit, man, I know we've been on it. I know we've been this time actually flying for real. I'm usually good at gauging time, but I ain't trying to have this too long, man. While we talking music, man, top 5. Actually, it's 2-parter
For sure.
and it's 2 parts solely because you can't do a top 5 of STL songs or projects without Nelly and the Lunatics in it. It's just impossible.
I agree. And I hate when people try to take them out of it. They still from St. Louis.
Yeah, facts. But my question is this. Top 5 STL tracks that's everybody from St. Louis. And then a top 5 excluding, excluding Nelly, Chingy, Murph, all them niggas.
I can't do that. Because even if I include them, like, Chingy not in my top 5 in regards to records. Like, I know Right There was a club smash, but that's not one of my favorite St. Louis songs. You know what I'm saying? I'm gone because I'm going to give credit to the talent of the underground. I'm going to keep Nelly and them in the conversation.
All right.
Keep Nelly and them in the conversation. So, number 1, you got to do Country Grammar.
Facts.
Like, it's a good record. He ain't just on there talking no bullshit. Like, it's a nursery rhyme about doing a drive-by.
Yeah.
That's the most St. Louis shit ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Country Grammar. Number 2.
So far, we in agreement.
This is hard. Number 2, I'm going to go Tef Poe, Malcolm X.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is, 1, that's one of the records that changed the trajectory of Tef Poe's career.
Right.
2, it can still be played today and sounds fucking amazing. It's one of the best things that he does live. It's an internationally respected record. And the shit just dope. And honestly, like, Tef kind of paved the way for independent underground rappers here in this city to be successful.
Okay.
He was the blueprint for that shit.
Okay. So we got Country Grammar.
Tef Poe is Nelly of the underground world here in St. Louis. Number 3. I'm going Money Snap. Throw your head back, baby. Shake your dreads in this bitch. Get the snap of your fingers. I'm going Money Snap.
Okay.
I was a teenager, man. That shit had the club on fire. And cuz could really rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going Money Snap.
Okay.
And that's just my personal preference. Number 4, Hood Hop, Jaquan.
Okay.
Number 5, Taylor May, My Life is Like a Whirlwind.
Okay. So we ain't too far off. For mine, on both lists, we talking all-time STL regardless. Country Grammar, obviously. Number 2, STL. With St. Louis small, but we still do it all. We hit the mall, we drink it all. We know we gonna smoke it out. Yeah. Number 2. That's my number 2. Hood Hop makes number 3. My Life is Like Whirlwind, number 4. And 5 would be actually, this is a tie for me, right? For gamesmanship, I'll tell you where I place them, but it's a tie for me. It's Good Evening, Posse and Murphy Lee.
Shit, yeah. Shout out to Posse, man.
Good Evening, Posse and Murphy Lee, and then So Serious by the All-Stars.
So Serious.
Man,
for sure.
I remember listening to that on the way to lock-ins, man. That
sure.
Then they had the remix with Styles P, and he proceeded to give one of the worst verses I've ever heard in life. But
I never heard that remix. I never knew they had a remix. Damn.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
Styles P.
Styles.
Style, dog.
Nigga, I'm finna message you,
I
nigga.
rock with the look, man.
You probably don't even remember that. I'm sending you that verse.
Dog,
Ghost, I'm
that
sending you that
verse.
I just said Styles P is a nigga who have never gave a whack feature.
That verse.
I had him on that list with the Bun B and the Jada's, like niggas who don't do whack features.
That verse is straight dumps to me.
Damn, Ghost, you did the city like that, gang.
Man. So that's that list. My other 5, 80s baby, Grits Off. Back when I was young and I first heard it, when I called myself wanting to be a rapper.
You got 3 5s, nigga.
Huh?
You should have just did your top 10. How
you got
3 5s?
You got a point.
You sound like a weed dealer.
Yeah, man. Anywho, fuck you just say top 10. We got 80s baby, Grits Hoffa, Nicki, JMC and Ronin.
I said now, Nicki.
I don't care what nobody say. Lyrically, that song didn't age to me. That song didn't age well, especially whoever the second dude was. I don't know which one. I never knew which one was which. But that second verse was cheap. Now the first dude, hey, but that beat, I don't give a damn. That beat, legendary to me.
Niggas in that time period was tripping.
Man,
you're fucked up, man. What's wrong with
the dude, the second dude on Nicki, he sound like he's stalking the girl, dog. I seen you walking down Kings Highway with your cousin. Man, I knew about 10 or 12 niggas. I done dreamed about giving them hickeys. Nigga, what? Yeah, listen to it. It's weird, but that beat is amazing. The whole nine.
Nina Pop. One of them niggas from Kansas City though, ain't it?
I thought both of them niggas from here.
No,
Chaos definitely from here.
Ain't one of them from Kansas? Ain't the other dude from Kansas City, yo?
Chemo from here.
Chemo from here? I thought one of them niggas from Kansas City.
Yeah, Chemo from here. I actually would love to get that nigga. I was
gonna slap shit out of Chaos one time. I might still slap that nigga if I see him, but I'm gonna let it slide. Tongue ring having ass nigga.
Not for to go in.
Remember that nigga used to host the Pink Slip.
Yeah, he used to host amateur night at the Pink Slip.
Diddy ass nigga.
But yeah, the nigga, Nina Pop. Actually, Let Me Holler at You is another one of my favorites. I don't give a damn. That nigga Chemo can rap his ass off. And then 10 would be what was it? I was just listening to it. Damn. Hold up. I had it in my phone. Hold up. Yeah, my shit tripping. I straight forgot that damn song. That's what it was. Technically from the east side, but 24s by Raw Reese.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Raw Reese was another nigga who was slept on.
Yeah, that's my top 10, man. But yeah, man, this has been education. It was a lot more, radical than I expected it to be. I expected it to go there. I didn't expect it to last that long, but hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't shy away from no conversation.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But that being said, man, hey, Dubb, I appreciate you sitting down with me, man, to do the pod, man. You have no idea, you know what I'm saying, what this means to me, man, to just sit and have conversations with people from my city that, I rock with, that I fuck with, that do great things for the city, whether people see it or not. The point and goal and hope of this is that people recognize, like, everybody that's doing great shit ain't the people that's polarizing in your face. You know what I'm saying? There's people doing solid shit, whether you know it or not, man. I wasn't gonna say this, but I'm gonna add this while I'm doing this outro. Hey, man, this city got hit by a tornado May 16th, man, of 2025. This man has literally been somehow, some way, by hook, crook, hell, hot water, has figured out some fucking way to keep people that's been displaced by this tornado, you know what I'm saying, with shelter from the time that motherfucker hit to the time we're currently talking on this podcast, man. And it's like, what's crazy is, man, like mugs don't be realizing who really be out here moving and grooving, man. like and like making shit happen, man.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? You've hit me up, you know what I'm saying? Like this nigga hit me up, no bullshit. Shortly after that tornado hit at like 2 a.m, because somebody tarp blew off their roof. He taking calls, time away from his family, time away from his kids, time away from his music career, all this shit to see to it that Muggs and, you know, in his city is okay and in one piece, man. You know what I'm saying? That the little bit of a place you still call home can still be in that one piece, man. And I be feeling like a lot of people don't be knowing that. The ones who do know that, they don't be fucking appreciative of it, or they want to sit up here and take credit for it. Like, you ain't, which kind of goes back into you move my package and move on.
Facts.
And that's some whole ass shit that I'm not a fan of, man. I feel like people like yourself, people like Ohan, people like Kayla, all the Action St. Louis, for real, salute and shout out to them. I can't get them, I can't shout them out enough, you know what I'm saying, for doing the work that they do, man, for our city, man. Entertainment-wise, Murph, Keywan, Nelly, I don't know how you managed to get you and Ashanti to stay in Lake St. Louis, but you the motherfucking man for that. Just across Tef, Bodine, man, one of my personal favorites, man. Just across the board, St. Louis got so much good and solid shit.
Absolutely.
That's come from this city, and that quiet as it's kept is still in this city, man. And I just really wish people would, one, give people the proper credit they deserve. Don't take no fucking credit that ain't yours or overplay your part. And two, actually appreciate the hard work that people are doing in all facets, because, you know what I'm saying, you're going to miss it when it's gone. You're going to notice it when it's not there, man. So, Dubb, like I said, I can't thank you enough, bro. I truly appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
Love to have you back on. It's not as radical of a conversation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that's that,
it's my
man.
passion talker, excuse me.
It is what it is, man. Hey, this specific episode was here about you, man. So I appreciate it, man. But on that note, that's it. That's the end of the episode. This is the Waynemart Experience. I am Wayne PK Phillips, the man to my right, revolutionary, artist, all around good guy, look crazy. Dubb O, man. Y'all be cool how y'all be cool, man. We out.